Put that down right now before I call the police." The words rang through the bright aisles of the downtown store, sharp and humiliating. Heads turned. Shoppers froze. And in that instant, Marcus Reed felt the ground sink beneath his feet. He had only walked into the store he owned, to check on things before closing. But instead of a warm greeting or basic respect, the new store manager, a stern-faced man named Greg Hollister, had mistaken him for a thief. Marcus blinked, stunned. He was holding a simple clipboard, running through the weekly inventory numbers like he always did. Yet Greg stormed toward him, face flushed, finger pointed like a weapon. "Don't play games with me," Greg barked, loud enough for the whole floor to hear. "I know your type. Always sneaking around looking for what you can grab. Not in my store." His store. Marcus's jaw tightened. He wanted to shout it, to announce to every gawking customer that the deed, the business license, the entire foundation of this place was in his name. But his chest was too tight. His mother's voice echoed in his head. "Don't let anger control you, son. The truth will reveal itself in time." Still, the sting of being called a criminal in the very place he had poured his life savings into was unbearable. The crowd whispered. A mother pulled her daughter closer. A teenage boy snickered and muttered something under his breath. And there Marcus stood, in his neatly pressed shirt, his company badge clipped to his belt, looking less like an owner and more like a man on trial. Greg stepped closer, now inches from his face. "You think you're clever, huh? What's in your pocket? Empty it. Now." Marcus's hands trembled. His pocket only held his phone, but the humiliation burned hotter than fire. "Sir, Marcus started, his voice breaking. "No," Greg snapped. "Don't try to talk your way out of this. People like you are always full of excuses." Those words, "people like you," sank like poison. A young cashier, a black girl barely 20, looked on, wide-eyed and torn. She knew Marcus. She had seen him in staff meetings, had heard his voice in conference calls. But fear kept her lips sealed. Greg pulled out his radio. "Security to aisle 5. Possible shoplifter." The word hit Marcus like a slap. Shoplifter. A man who had spent years working double shifts, saving every naira he earned in Nigeria before moving to the US with a dream. A man who skipped meals to invest in his vision of building something for his community. A man who signed every check, paid every bill, and gave jobs to over 20 employees. And now, in his own store, he was branded a thief. Security guards appeared, walking fast, radios crackling. Customers craned their necks to watch. Marcus's face burned with shame. He wanted to shout, "I am the owner. I am the one who built this place. How dare you?" But Greg was faster. "This man was caught snooping around," he declared, puffing his chest as if he were the hero of some movie. "Check his pockets." He was about to walk out with stolen goods.